Alright, everybody. Usually when I start these things, I have the start screen, but I forgot, so we're not going to have it today. We're just going to jump right back into Danganronpa, final chapter of the game. Let's load on up. And, let's get things moving. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. It's kind of loud, hold on. I think it's just my TV. Yeah. Watching Netflix at a higher volume. Here we go. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. So we do just knock on heaven's door, or do we... It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. We know. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. Sorry about that. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's
right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Well, then could we use it on the door? Hey, Kyoko, can we use the key of yours to open this door?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Oh, I just realized that because I last streamed... Because I last streamed... Hold on just a sec. Okay, slight skip there because I was we previously live streamed Infinite Fusion, and I used 20 frames per second to live stream that to make it easier on my computer. But we can go 30 frames per second with Danganronpa, so that's what we will do. And continue on. Finally. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, and ultimate death. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. Oh, I thought we were going to have to, like, Emperor's New Groove it with Kyoko. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work? How long? Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So,
Right.
because we take pride in it. Pride? A
Indeed.
detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
Makoto, can we engage in the conversation here a little bit more than just repeating the last thing that Kyoko said? It's just a thought. It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must do to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains it. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose, to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kiri detective would never do. The reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect. I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. What? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about. There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him, face to face. What?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. I went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. Or he went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. Makoto, I feel like we need to direct the small talk away from the current talking point. We're engaging too much now. Go opposite direction. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. You couldn't see her if you were below anyways. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, and what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative, and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing. One thing that I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him, and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family? To just cut him out like that?
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I farted on the ladder. I'm sorry, I can't. Intrusive thought. Intrusive thought. The intrusive thought one there. I said nothing. Just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. After I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it.
indeed.
On the other side of this door, Host Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's
Remember
right.
that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Looks like we're back. But I can't remember how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. Can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Host Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. So, am I, like, good to walk around? We just talked with... Why would I need to talk to Kyoko again? So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out... And I'm worried about you, too. You helped me. So they might... You're
Listen,
worried? Yeah, of course.
So
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in
Let's
other
ask
words,
Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. What? Wait, that's... If we try to
however,
hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. It's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So,
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was.
right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go directly to him before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little... super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym. Let's
Shall
get
we go?
going. Dead man, walking, running again. Get there manually and see if anything pops up. Hi, Poochie Gaming 11. How you doing? I don't know how a game can be odd and tragic. Well, I feel like those two things go pretty hand in hand. Never heard of a regular tragedy.
Well now.
Hey! Hyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here?
That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay?
You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you out?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do?
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance.
Kyoko!
Right.
Do whatever you feel you have to. What? But before
However,
you do, let me just say one thing.
no.
If you execute Makoto, That means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
Huh? I lose? You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
Because...
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other
I was
words,
supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right?
Hey, what are you talking about?
But then
however,
Makoto chose to overlook my lie. Your plan came crashing down. In one timeline. I want to forget about the other timeline very badly. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
Right.
And in response to that unexpected development, you
Indeed.
reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No more than that. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well. But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. Or alter ego. Wait, how many of those were my line? Oh, just the alter ego part. Okay. You never imagined the possibility of being that could... This is not good. I am already messing up many lines. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
Am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen
So
to me.
executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right?
And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto. And you can prove this, right?
Right.
No, I can't. Don't just say stuff like that.
What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
That doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's
Because
right.
no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
If
Because...
Makoto really was the killer, he never could have come to you willingly like this. You would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
However...
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
It's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence.
Indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
Aw.
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to
Despair can never kill hope.
Ah.
me. Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because you can kill Makoto without proving your own innocence. You'll be accepting your own defeat. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
that's
then I
what we have
suggest
to
you
do.
take my advice.
So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last
It's
showdown.
time for one last showdown.
One final battle
Oh,
between
just-
hope and despair.
Just saying it.
Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial. One last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed.
Barry.
Oh, I was getting so bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be plausible, but it would certainly make for one plenty of a climax.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept?
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory? Let's have one final grisly showdown.
He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this.
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer's barely a fitting end. So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here.
All the mysteries?
That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along.
Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school, then you win. But if you can't do all of that,
We'll all face execution, right?
I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me?
We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to
When
me.
we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe this is how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that, for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement.
You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that.
Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception. Then it's part of the regulations. Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro...
It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But, okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
What? I mean, I feel like it's pretty, understandable.
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why did you go quiet all of a sudden?
I'm done talking. I've got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya?
Why so mad?
Whew.
He seems emotionally unstable.
Leave me alone. I gotta get out of here.
Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go?
I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment, overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. That's a lot of poo-poo-poos. Why does this Monokuma have the personality of a Mickey Mouse? I don't remember the last time that Mickey Mouse locked a group of children in a school and had them murder each other. But it has been a while since I've watched Mickey Mouse, so... I guess there was that one horror movie pre-COVID. Wow, that was a long time ago. Little does she know they have like 3 more games before that. I don't know what that means, and I'm gonna stay ignorant to it. And just like that, we ran out of the gym. I can hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, do you take Venmo? Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However...
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us.
Yeah, true that.
Whew.
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal.
But honestly, why would the Mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
So...
They had no choice but to accept.
Huh?
Because...
It's all because of that one moment that the Mastermind let their guard down, like I said.
So when was it that the Mastermind let their guard down?
So...
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the Mastermind said? They said that they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right?
Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right?
Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read something about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However...
And yet somehow, the Mastermind was able to do it.
In other words...
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult.
A reason?
So...
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other.
They wanted to show the world?
It would
The Mastermind
seem...
has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that.
Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words...
So the Mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other, and show that off to the world.
But why?
Correct.
To prove a point, most likely.
Prove a point.
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept.
You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair. The Mastermind wants the world to see that. To try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair.
What?
They want to prove that despair is better than hope.
But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but us who call themselves the ultimate Did I slip in an us somewhere? It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
What, is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet, that same motivation is what led the Mastermind to revealing their weakness.
What?
In other words...
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world, the Mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the Mastermind simply ignored the rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter. At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the Mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason.
But that's not true, though. There was someone who was directly killed by the Mastermind. Are we... Okay, we'll keep going. I don't know, maybe she'll mention it here, but that's not true.
No matter how much they hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations.
Oh, okay, this is the one who I specifically was thinking of.
Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules, to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer.
But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the Mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer.
And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the Mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In
It
other
would only do
words...
the Mastermind harm to have it shown that they've violated the rules.
But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
However,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd showed him my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time,
correct.
or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win!
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our common enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Huh? Anyway, right now we have to go find the others.
shall we
They're
go?
probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Ooh, we should put a bed sheet over my head and we can freak out all the people who thought you were a ghost last time. That would be really funny. Ooh, spooky ghost Makoto. Spare hotel. I wonder why they didn't just call it the Despair Dorms. I feel like it's much more... I like the alliteration more. Hey, somebody in the kitchen with Dinah, and suddenly we were greeted with... You again.
This is that fracture 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 5, 5.
Is he... broken?
Whew.
I suppose his emotional instability reached its limits.
Sen at
61! Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah!
Is that Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
I thought about it. Everyone was there, all my friends who had struggled together, and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto, he smells like a wet dog. Get away! Shoot, shoot! And in a flash, my tears dried up. So, what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have to access to new places again. And? No dice, all the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go to find new clues? I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me neither. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say they had their lives saved by a computer program.
Hmm.
I feel like a lot of people can say that they had their lives saved by a computer program. I mean, like, hospital equipment, and, like, the things that make sure the planes don't run into each other in the middle of the air, and I mean, basic GPS to lead people out of fort. There's a lot of people that have been saved by computer equipment, Bianca. I don't know what that comment's about. I imagine it was a learning experience for you.
Yo,
Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world. Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo?
Oh, you stink. Are you rotten? Rotten physically, mentally, everywhere you can be rotten.
Sorry, I was rolling around in the garbage for a while.
It smells so smelly.
Let's pass that. She seems happy for some reason. Alright, Kyoko, time to get things on track.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened to Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what?
But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all.
I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
how about
What's
that?
the point of redoing it? Makoto killed it, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the master...
Kyoko, why did you chime in when Bianca is supposed to talk?
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind.
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right, it was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time, and did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die. You
What
spotted
did
the
you
trap,
say?
didn't you, Makoto?
In this timeline. We're forgetting about the other timeline. Don't worry, Bianca, it wasn't that great for you either. You make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know.
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you need, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you. I
Naturally.
recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be
Hey, I'm
mean.
totally in the dark here.
For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it later. Again. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct?
Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Every last mystery?
But
Well, we've been looking around all this time, and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
Why is my girl Toko cut out of the thumbnail? Because I wish she was cut out of this game. That is why, Alani.
You've probably already guessed, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Everyone?
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here with Master. I meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words,
Interesting.
one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and all the school's mysteries?
It's a pretty tall freaking order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries.
I'm not so sure about that.
Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. What? But why though? We're all friends now. We all got friendship bracelets. Except for Toko. She's still over there in the court. No friendship bracelet for Toko. You can't agree. Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint.
It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, didn't he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
Huh? But why?
So in
If the
other
mastermind
words,
really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the... There are 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. And add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
that's right.
And one of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive, are the people standing right here. Need I continue? Or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious.
Wait, we can't say that it's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. Can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but...
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way we could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Ding dong, bing bong.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Okie dokie.
Hmm?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the very beginning.
In the name of my
At this
family.
point, I can rely on myself. On the Togami... Oh, I did all those lines. I keep doing Kyoko for Byakuya. At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall.
No, Master didn't take me with him.
Do you blame him?
Not Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without milk or coffee. Totally useless. So bye.
Okay, bye, Toko! With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right.
Hmm.
Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about
Just wait
that?
and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall.
Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves?
What about you, Hina?
I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know.
'cause,
But
I
up till
mean,
now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else.
You're not useless. If you hadn't been there, I would have died.
Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've been mostly totally useless.
okay.
So I figured, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later.
Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Indeed.
So, you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so...
That goes for all of us.
I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Hashtag bars. Yeah, that's right.
So then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school.
We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary.
With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll explode the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And we can all escape together. I guess I'll start by getting some cake. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the bio lab, and the door in the data center with Monaco's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now too. After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. How about that cake? Oh, that cake in here. Oh. Alright, that's enough of that bit. So my closest option is to go to the second floor of the dorms. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms. Which means I have to do it. I have to walk up the... Oh. This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Or, no, it's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up in here or something. Do I get a map? There's... Huh, there's only one room. I guess it must be Mukuro's room. A bed? The bed is completely torn apart. And it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. Got a coin though! Oh, I'm almost at 300 coins. We'll have the ketchup on the ground. What else can I... Oh, also the bathroom? I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a single hint of a bathroom. Just a big pile of rubble. then what is the point of this room? Just... Wait, am I dumb? Can I see anything on the cabinet? No. I mean, there's no... There's nothing. We can't even look in the desk to see if they had, like, the sewing kit or the repair kit or whatever the boys had. So what is the point of that room? This is the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. Okay. Boys' bathroom. Actually, it seems pretty. This place is not broken down at all. Which means me to believe that the destruction outside was caused by a woman. Write that down. Write that down. Oh, we can go. We could go. We could, like, through the ramp. Oh, what is that? Why is there an Egyptian symbol written in blood? Oh, wait, there's another room here. And a side room off of that room. According to the map. Oh, this place is nice. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? Could it be, I don't know, the very obvious second room panel that's just hanging out on the wall over there? Let's ignore that for now. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However,
There's not much, though. Nothing we don't already know.
in other
The ultimate
words,
despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people, whose driving force comes from despair.
however,
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
whew,
But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. The ultimate despair has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Alright, we got some, a chair. We have a chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. Why can't I use the chair? Just because I'm a student. Oh, I thought we were going to be able to break into the alcohol cabinet. The keyboard itself is different? The desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Okay. Great. Nothing else except for the extremely obviously Kyoko in the room. Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Alright, so what about the very obvious wall panel here? Oh, there's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
So
There's a gap here. Not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. By kicking it? You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up. But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password.
Whew.
When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait. There might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of. Or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Ah, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, she used her name as password. Knowing what she is, I bet the idea even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it just to, be sure?
Well,
It's not like Hold on. It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, it might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay, in that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... Beep! What? That did it! Kyoko, it worked!
why?
Why? Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked... grim. Kyoko. Guess I should have been more like, Kyoko? Hey, Kyoko? I may as well not have even been in the room. Her gaze was fixed only on one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered in with such joy? That's what made it so unusual. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, do you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway,
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath, then took a hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside, and... Ah! Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a terrible cry. Ooh. Halloween decorations. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? What was in the box? It was all wrapped up all nice, so I never could guess what was inside. Human bones! Just as you thought. How could you have known that? Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least, what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man that she's been searching for? Well, I guess you don't have to cut him out of the family then. Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we already have, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. It's a very polarizing approach, I know. Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Home's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
in
that
other
most
words,
likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. No, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point, she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I can't help but wonder. Hidden room present was added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Huh? This picture? It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko!
Why would you...
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? And then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself. To cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me once again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Photo Kyoko and Headmaster has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. What else do we got? Oh, we have actual drawers. The photo was sitting on top. This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look, but I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey,
It's fine. Check wherever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
well,
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
now...
If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. Okay, what's in the other desk? The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey,
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
because...
Never let anything get in the way of investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? Is this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has the label on it that says, in case of emergency. I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words,
Handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right.
it would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But, Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Headmaster's e-handbook has been added to the Truth Blood section of your handbook.
Hey,
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? Favor? What is it? Did she not want us to tell the others about this room?
so...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but
Hey,
could you leave? Huh?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko. Don't worry. I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I
Just a
need
second.
to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before the relationship you had with your dad, how you were only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. A game theory! And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Is she really okay? Kyoko. It must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. Find out what happened to the headmaster like 5 minutes ago? 2 minutes ago? Recapping it with the box of bones, bones in the ocean, forever will be, dead men tell no tales, all that good jazz. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster. Killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. That's good. Let's get this part. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is... Bad boys and boss, 16 students. 16 students. 15 of us met in the mail hall. Add Mukuro to the mix, and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Yes, some. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. The ones still left alive are... me. Becca. Hira. Hina. And Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Let's go see if we can find another way. It'll be faster if I heckin' fast travel. That's not that one. Not that one either. Not that one either. There we go. No, not that one either. Ah, the heck. I completely forget how to what? Oh, it was this one. Wait, the locker? What? Did I miss a room? Oh, I guess I did. Oh, I was looking at the Egyptian eye and I got completely distracted. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Wonder if I can open this locker. Rattle, rattle. Nope, it's locked. Locker. Lock. Oh, that's where the There's a card reader installed on the door. It must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then... No luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do that. Wait, but... What about that emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader, and... Beep. Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we got inside. Nope. Don't see anything that could be a clue. Well, that was a great use of time. Are the lockers different if I... Oh, they are independent lockers. At least they look to be. Looks like the locker is already broken. What about... I can't tell which one I checked before. Oh, okay, this one's different. This thing is practically empty. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's something written inside. Could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting, and all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh. I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there. Words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster, and my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our students' prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome the disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was. I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. And she said she hadn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly, which so happens to be the headmaster, my father. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. When I reached the last page, the question marks spinning through my mind. It started spinning that much faster! When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us. And so, I didn't realize I had to actually read it fast enough. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Locker pocketbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Can I, like, take it with me? Should I check the rest of the lockers, I guess? So, it kind of confirms what I thought before about our memories being erased to a certain degree. I feel like Kyoko's provably had her memory erased. Not only about her being a detective, but also about her life in the school a year ago. Everything was fine. And then the tragedy happened. And then despair people, the ultimate despair group, the despair people, started appearing, and then they needed to cut us off from the rest of the world. But we were found, even though we were cut off. Why wouldn't we be cut off in a different kind of bunker? Like, why wouldn't we not be in a remote location? Like, why are we in the school? That's kind of what I don't get right now. But the ultimate despair group found us and then turned our situation into the killing game. Is what I am piecing together right now. They also erased our memories so that we would have more of a reason to kill each other, probably, so that we wouldn't remember who the actual enemy is. Seems pretty likely. I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. But what about this one? I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader, and looks like the locker opened. Now let's see what we've got. Oh, this looks like Hiro's locker. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. This is a crystal ball. Huh? A crystal ball? Nah, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw, but the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I had evaporated. It's Hiro's notebook. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hakage. I never had to say his last name. I don't know how to say it. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here. Nah, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us, and we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Locker notebook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Anything more? Anything like that? Tarot cards? Is it a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? I mean, I feel like the dialogue would have been much more meaningful after we looked at his name on the notebook. But the more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation, but if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. I have to believe in everyone! Oh, it's interesting that some of the lockers are bolted over. I didn't actually think of that. Huh, I wonder if... Locker opened. Don't see anything that might be fun. I take it none of these lockers have anything. Yeah, some of these lockers are bolted shut. There's a metal plate mounted to the lockers. There's no way to get it open. But why, though?
I don't think this locker's gonna open. It gave me a coin, though. I guess the coins are kind of meaningless. It doesn't seem like we're gonna have any free time. We're probably gonna be using all of it to look for things. I'm gonna take this as a sign that I can leave the area. And let's teleport somewhere. Oh. I'm assuming for now that those exclamation points are just because I needed to... Wait, that says 75%. Oh, it's the zoom. I thought I meant like you said you searched 75% of the things on this floor, but that's not the case. Let's go to the data center.
Hey, Makoto.
Makoto, are you here to look around too?
Is that what you're doing here?
Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door. So I figured, if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
But
Although I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that'd really suck. So you open it.
I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. You know what? I'm okay with me getting blown up too. Okay, so I guess I'll open it.
Oh, wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded.
He raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it.
Okay, go ahead.
Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, and the door opened much easier than I expected. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was...
Wow, this place is totally sci-fi.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. What is this device? Looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, though. Like some kind of military installation or something.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Nafumi'd probably freak out if he saw it.
Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean...
okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons.
Hold on, you can't just... or whatever, something like this. But it was too late. He was already jabbing away at the control panel.
Huh? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push?
I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center.
Data center? I took a good look at the control panel. It did in fact say data center. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled data center. That must be the one she pushed. But the data center? That's right next door. The room we were just in. That's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here.
Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? Hey, you doing alright in there? Hey!
And give me all your donuts.
Is that you, Hina?
What? Aw, man, busted. How did you know? Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control cameras kind of setup?
You don't even know what you're controlling.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here. Guess what I found? A self-destruct button.
No, don't push it, don't push that.
Too bad.
Aw, man.
Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles that. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it, and the control panel inside.
Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now?
Monokuma.
Huh? What do you mean?
What you were controlling just now. It was Monokuma.
Monokuma? What? For real?
Yep, looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center with all these monitors. In other words. We really say that a lot in this game. Maybe the Mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Yoko's theory was right. But if the Mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true... It's very important to approach 16 students. Then the Mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student. Nah, can't be. There's no way, right? Monokuma Control Room has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. What's wrong, Koto? I don't like that face you're making. Ah, no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. What about you? Everything okay? Oh, well, it's just... This is where the Mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? I can't say it isn't possible. But I really hope it's not true. So, like, you want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. Alright, well, yeah. I want to press be the bear. Like, as soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? Oh, the door! It just locked on its own! What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. Rattle, rattle. You're right, it's locked. But why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
Just a second.
Hey, no fair, you can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like. It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. And how depressed everyone would get if the school and mascot just up and stopped moving. Then, that room.
Yeah?
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So, right now you're being operated by someone in that room?
Yes,
Correcto mundo.
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there, and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way. It's on the floor? Too bad. That was your one big chance, and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace. He's gone, but was he telling the truth? The Mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Huh?
Then, when I said we should leave...
Well, the hatch couldn't be open from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault. That much.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us.
We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left.
You're right. There's one thing that I'm good at. It's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you got me all motivated again.
You got
Okay,
it.
I'm out. See you later.
He took off at a full sprint. And I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. Is there anything on this floor? That's a big no. Ooh. Hold on just a sec. Sound quality might change. Oh wait, there is something else that we need. The headmaster's room.
Very nice, very nice. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto, it's you. Oh, hi, Byakuya.
Come on.
Hey, Makoto, are you ignoring me? You think I'll forgive that just because you're you?
Such
When we get out of here, remember this moment. Okay. Alright, Byakuya, because you're so freaking needy. Well, you came to the right place at this time. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. I think you made that word up, Byakuya. You're not fooling anybody. Class number 78. Student Registry. It contains profiles for all of us, and Mukuro.
So
Apparently,
in other
Class
words-
78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room.
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned Class 78. It must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed there along with hers,
In
there
other
can be no
words-
doubt. Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th we learned that like 3 chapters ago. I guess 2 chapters ago. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted out as fast as possible. But what's your point? But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
So in other words...
In other words, when it comes to this profile, there is more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he is, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly in the background of an empty entity floats. What? Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background, an entity floats. Close, but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir. When she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. So we saw what Mukuro actually looked like under the mask there for a sec. And she didn't have any scars when she entered the academy. I feel like are the 2 big things that we got from that. Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's
You seem to be
fine.
lost in thought. But I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within that file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before. A girl who seems to be included as part of our class number 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5'7", 97 pounds, and even lists her vitals. 31, 22, 30, 32. Numbers. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body?
Stop.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is, maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean? Wait, is he trying to say... There's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it couldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Mukuro Ikusawa's profile has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I just suggest you pay attention. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Maybe, you know, like that. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you trying to say? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. Hunch. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. Toko scares me. It's not that Toko scares me. I just think that she sucks. Moving on. We got a lot of trophies. Okay, why would there be trophies in here and... Is this supposed to be the exact same trophy case? Because it has the sword in it. So is it the exact same trophy case that's in the gym? Or is this just for used assets? Also, why was the same guy the headmaster twice right there? Okay, the display case doesn't matter for lore purposes. Oh, papers are on the floor. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. Perhaps the cabinet? The bookshelf seems really well made, and it's filled with files and thick books. Does Byakuya want me to talk to him one last time? Hey, Byakuya! I don't have time to waste on you right now. If you absolutely must talk, go do it at someone else. God, he's so blunt. It makes me feel hopeless. Is it worth looking at the cameras to know that the headmaster themselves was also being monitored? I guess we knew that there were cameras in that room. Alright, let's walk up to the 5th floor. And then we can go... observe... the dojo first, I think. Would be... probably where Hiro is? I failed a coin flip. Oh, Togo, so this is where you were. What do you want? I'm so disgusting, you want me out of your sight? No, it's not it at all. I just thought maybe you found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't think anything. Not one single clue. I figured since the place was related to the case, it would have something right. But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back! Give me back my precious time! Calm down, Toko. They told me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless. Good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? I need some water. Let's take a long decision to figure out why nobody likes Toko while I get water. Hold on. Alright. I've taken some time to figure out why nobody likes Toko. And the reason is, well, first and foremost, she killed a person. Not cool. Not about that. Second reason, she's always very insecure. Also not very attractive. Third reason, she also super mega sucks. Fourth reason, she likes Byakuya. That's cringe. Fifth reason, she's still super mega sucks. I feel like that's enough reasons. We're good on that one. Yeah. Alright, well what if we look in the lockers again? There's a bunch of wooden lockers in here. Found a clue in here, but it was just the mastermind's attempt to frame Kyoko. There's something. Oh, it's the camera. Perhaps there's something about the trees, and this slightly darker pink one. Cherry tree is in full bloom. No, it's not that at all. The armor. What's going on with that? That, I think we already got coins for that. Toko, are you really just in here being useless? There aren't any clues here. Let's just heckin' get out of here. Goodbye. Alright, to the garden. Did we really leave Mokuro just like kinda here? No, got cleaned up. Huh? It's gone. Mokuro's body. It's not here. Is it in the shed? Maybe the body is inside the tool shed. I better check just to be sure. Oh yeah, there's still the Mondo pickaxe. It's not here, then it must be... I have no idea where. But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in on here. It's the other thing, that tarp. That tarp played a key role in another case, so I better look into it. I mean, the Mondo pickaxe... I mean, I guess Mondo was just in here before our memories were erased, and he carved his thing into the pickaxe. It's like a pretty easy explanation. Not the lawnmower, you dingus. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. It says, Biolab. And this originally came from the biology lab. Tarp has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. That's all I really needed to check here. But where could her body have gone? I better start looking for it. Alright, all the way to the biology laboratory. I guess there's also this. We have to figure out what happened in this room. There's a lot going on, obviously, but there's also not a lot going on. We can can go in here now, into the biolab. In the biolab, we found... Here I am in the biology lab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? Oh, this kind of looks like a morgue. Do they keep, like, actual bodies in here? There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall, and on the left side there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side... Oh, that's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bodies out of 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wow, this is, Let's search the desk. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone layer for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver, and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the untimely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. I mean, here's the tarp. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. Some kind of weird machine on the left, some on the right. The right-hand lights are off. While looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It was a makeshift morgue. Biolab Secret has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. And about those lights by each slot. It looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on, which would mean inside each slot lit up in blue. Another one of the victims is... Biolab Lights has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died. And that's defeat the mastermind! And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. I guess I got everything in here. Ding dong bing bong.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely?
Yeah.
Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
What? Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious. There's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? We never found Hiro. Oh, here he is. Oh, hey, Hiro! Makoto! Why'd you act so surprised? No reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him. What did he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hiro, wait. There's no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hiro? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Well, I think we will find out what is behind this door in the gym in the next episode of Danganronpa. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. If you liked it, maybe consider leaving a like on the live stream and even consider subscribing, because both of those things help me out an absolute ton. And I'll see ya in the next one. Take care now.